Peace be with you, dear brothers and sisters. I'm happy to present to you a short message on God experience and religious life as an introduction. As we begin this monthly recollection, let this be a constant journey into the heart of God. At this evening hour, I want to introduce you something that will help you to reflect this night. And tomorrow we'll continue to speak about the same thing in a broader manner. I am Brother Nithya, a Capuchin priest. I am from Villupuram and my community, and I'm happy to be in connection with you in these monthly recollection talks. I want to start with you a story from Nikos Kazantzakis, a book called St. Francis. It's written in the type of a novel, and this Nikos Kazantzakis is a Greek writer. And this whole book is some 300 pages filled with a conversation between St. Francis of Assisi and his disciple, one brother Leo. I want to speak about the three short stories which will help you to reflect a lot about experiencing God. The first thing, brother Leo is gone to an early morning walk to a hill, and he came back running and telling the brothers down in the friary and telling them, brothers, I have seen the feet of the Lord on the mountains. I'm very happy to show it to you. Please come. And the brothers laughed at him and said, Hey, brother Leo, what is it? How is it possible? God doesn't need to walk at the feet on the mountains. Why do you didn't probably didn't sleep? Then brother Leo said, No, brothers, I'm really serious. Please come. Then out of such some solidarity, the brothers joined together, 3 or 4 brothers joined together and went to along with brother Leo on the mountains. And then brother Leo was going, brothers, come. I will show you the feet of the Lord. When he comes to a particular place, then he's showing, look at this feet of the Lord. Look at this, another feet of the Lord. Look at this feet of the Lord climbing on the mountain. See, 3-4 feet, you see what a beautiful thing. And brothers laughed at him and said, Oh, my dear brother Leo, we told already it is not possible. Look at very nicely. This is buffalo's feet. This buffalo's impression. Then brother Leo was telling, Oh, what to do with these brothers who speak and think only about buffalo. They don't know anything else. And here ends the story. If you are searching for God, you will find God's presence everywhere, God's imprints everywhere. If you find wherever you go, the mystics have seen this, God's experience, God's voice everywhere because they were immersed in God experience. And the second thing is Brother Leo's, again, another story, the hungry for God. Brother Leo has gone for begging because this is part of the Franciscan life. He went for begging in the town of Assisi. Then he was coming back carrying what he was begging as a result of his work. It's not just free begging, but rather to work, and as a result, don't get money, get only what is needed for you and for the lepers down the friary to take care. So when he was giving, he has very good food. He was walking on the streets of Assisi. And as he was walking the streets of Assisi, he felt that I want to see God, I want to taste God, I want to listen to God's voice. So he was filled with that. And as he was going close, he was hungry, very hungry. The food is in front. He was carrying the food, but he has no intention to eat it. But he said, No. First, I want to taste God. Then I will taste the food. Afternoon came, still he has not found God. Evening came, still he has not found God. Then dusk came, then he has not found God. When he is found on the streets of Assisi, people are closing all the windows, the chimneys are closed, the lights are off, they are already the whole people are sleeping. And he says, Leo is telling, Oh my God, these people, they have seen their God, the God of their own making, with wife and children, with a nice meal, with a comfortable sleeping. But I, who am searching for God, I'm hungry for God. I cannot be satisfied till I find God. I'm hungry not for food. I'm hungry for food, yes, but I'm much more hungry for God. I want to see God. I want to seek God. This is the end. And the third one, being lazy. Once Brother Leo and Francis of Assisi, they're talking one again and again in conversation. Brother Francis is asking Brother Leo, "Hey Leo, can you say how do you find God experience?" Brother Leo is telling, "Oh, Brother Francis, I can tell you, but if I tell you, you should not laugh, you should not scold." And Francis told, "No, what is there to scold? How about God experience you are speaking? Speak out, speak out." Then Brother Leo was telling, "Brother, first promise me that you will never laugh, you will never scold." Then he said, "Yes, I will not do that. Go ahead." Then Brother Leo started the story, that's a started this experience. "Brother Francis, I get God experience by being lazy. And don't get angry because I have got a fact." Then Brother Leo, Brother Francis said, "Oh, Brother Leo, this is very interesting. Please tell me, please tell me. It's very interesting. I'm very much anxious about it. What is it?" Then Brother Leo was telling, "My dear Brother Francis, how do you expect a busy person to have fine time for God? A busy person, early morning 5 o'clock get up, 5:30 go for prayer, 6 o'clock meditation, 6:30 rosary, 7 o'clock mass, then 7:30 meditation, 8 o'clock breakfast, 8:30 walk in the house, and 9 o'clock going for mission, going for activities, and come back at 12:30 lunch, then go for 2:30 siesta, and 3 o'clock go for walk, and 4 o'clock come back, have some games, 5 o'clock go for some kitchen work, then 6 o'clock go for the chapel, 6:30 rosary, 7 o'clock meditation, and 7:30 evening prayer, 8 o'clock dinner, 8:30 recreation, 9 o'clock night prayer, 9:30 bed. This is a mission life. This is not for what I became, a follower of God. I want to spend time with God. I want to spend time with myself and my God. I want to talk to Him face to face, one to one. But I don't find a meaning in a busybodiness, everything busy, busy, busy activity, activity filled life. So, Brother Leo, Brother Francis, I get bad God experience by being lazy, not doing anything, simply in the presence of God. For others, it is being lazy, but I find there is a meaning in it. Parents, another one. Brothers and sisters, lot of our activities are done every day by this busy, busy life, full of activity, filled with enthusiasm. Who cares? Who gains? What is the result? This is a very big question mark today. We are all busy with activity. This corona has given sufficient time for us, but still we are active, filled with activities, activities. Too many things. No time. Look at our prayers. Look at the meditation. Mind is filled. Words are filled. Always blah, 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 blah. There's no time allowing God to speak. But dear sisters and brothers, now let's spend some time to God to enter inside. The forgotten theme in most of our retreats is God experience. Therefore, I wanted to select on this particular thing, God experience, experiencing God, tasting God, learning from God, and waiting for God to talk. So this is the core of our being. The meaning of our existence as religious belongs to God experience. God touched me and I have come inside. God called me, therefore I'm inside. God speaks to me, therefore I'm listening. God calls me, therefore I'm following. I think this is what is needed today, to be attached to God closely. That which gives meaning to my challenges and failures in day-to-day life while living for certain values, certain principles, and have to stand alone, have to stand on the side of God. I find the presence of God, my presence of God, my connectedness to God, my listening to God, all this gives meaning for me. Therefore, this God experience is very essential for us as the core of all our existence as a religious, as a Christian. Pope Francis, he was a novice master of the Jesuits. He was a provincial of Argentina province. He was asked when he became Pope, he asked, "What do you expect of a consecrated person?" And Pope replied, "Witness. I, as a religious, am witnessing to God in my life 24/7. Yes, in all that I do, I depict what God will do. On all that I say what God would say in my place. If God would say if I were to be in His place, and all that I am, my whole being is connected to witness. So this witness is experienced in the following characteristics: generosity. It is not just giving things, but being available, being in solidarity, being collaborative, cooperative, all this. Detachment. Detachment from the near and dear ones, detachment from money, power, prestige, name, fame, possession, positions, all these things. Third one, an element of sacrifice. It is sacrifice that makes a person witnessing to religious life. And self-forgetfulness in the care of others. A religious person is one who is always thinking about the others. So he is able to forget himself or herself in the care for others. Therefore, this witness is the martyrdom of religious life. Every religious has got a living martyrdom. This is the witness. And this witness is possible only if I am tuned to God. Dear sisters, dear brothers, remember one thing. Just remember what is really happening in your life. Were you 100% suitable for your religious vocation when you came inside? Are you 100% fit as you live now today as a religious? The way that you do, the way you speak, the way you behave, the way you spend time with God? Are you able to say that I am 100% fit for this life? Are you worthy 100% to be here now as a religious? It's a very big question mark. Are we really worthy? Are we really fit? Are we really suitable for this vocation as a religious? God remembers your vocation. Dear friends, you may feel that you are not fit, but God feels and believes and trusts that you are fit and that you are enough, and He accepts you as you are. You may run away from Him for various reasons, but He runs after you. You may have rejected Him, but He never rejected you. He made a covenant with you when you chose this vocation, and He is faithful forever. Yes, let us revive it. For this, we reflect on God experience. Dear sisters, dear brothers, to start with, God experience as the core of our issues, is the foundation of our being. I want to give you something to reflect tonight as you go to rest. Relive one past event of yours in which God has shown you extraordinary compassion and concern on you and protected you. Take any event. Take any event, the best event. You may have to spend some 3 to 5 minutes of deep silence, go into all your experience. There's one particular peak experience in which you find you have received extraordinary compassion and deep concern on you, and He protected you, and that you are ever grateful to God for this. Remember how to evaluate this very concrete thing. What is the thing that has happened? Remember where it happened and who was present besides you, and when it happened and how it happened. It will take some maybe 5 to 10 minutes for one incident, or even 20 minutes, even 30 minutes. You may have tears of joy, you may have tears of compassion, you may have wonderful tears flowing out of your eyes when you remember it is God who has entered into my life. God has intervened in my life. Dear sisters, dear brothers, then close your eyes gently. Look at Him face to face, one to one, and thank Him from the depth of your heart. Relive this particular wonderful experience of God's tenderness towards you. And you are here to revive your life now. Let's spend this moment reviving this particular wonderful experience of God's tenderness towards you, God's compassion towards you, God's extraordinary love towards you, God's extraordinary concern and care towards you. This should get into not thought, not just thinking about it, but just feel it. Enter into an emotional experience. Enter into an experience of happening now here in your body, mind, and soul. And I leave you at this moment. Take a good rest. Have a peaceful sleep tonight. Cherish the best of God's experience with you, sisters and brothers. Good night to you. Let's meet tomorrow.